18.5. You can jump on the Dabble app, enter your pick'em, more or less. It really is that simple. Come join the chat in banter. I'll be there all through tip-off. But for now, we'll throw it back to you guys in the studio.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
So you won the championship. Now what? As last season's glories fade, the hunt for a new NBL title begins. It starts with the biggest move the league has ever seen.
King of the jungle. We 6 months later, now they talking about I'm a Lion King. Like, when I go back to Perth, I'm burning that.
But Bryce isn't the only one making noise. With rosters reloaded and superstars on the move, everyone is here for one reason. Their shot at history.
Here's the Jack Jumpers chance. McVay, 2 on the clock. Simply incredible. Jack McVay with the shot of his life.
And with the world watching, this season is going to be bigger, tougher, louder than ever. Who will ignite their team to success? And who will be crowned champions?
One last chance. Go! And Bryce Cotton cannot be stopped. From one end to the other. Vicious. The building shook. Kendrick Davis fires a bomb from halfway. He pulls the trigger. Big shot taker. Big shot maker.
It's NBL26. Play it loud.
Well, it was 2 seasons ago that Jack McVay won a chip on this very floor and broke the hearts of the Melbourne fans. Tonight, he returns to John Cain Arena after a shit at the Houston Rockets for his highly anticipated NBL return. But this time with new threads and the orange of the Cairns Taipans. On the other end of the floor, the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, headed up by their local Sobey, Foxwell, Hunter and Glover, are looking to put a stamp on their home floor. Hello and welcome to the Hungry Jacks NBL. It's round 1 here at John Cain Arena. We've got rookie round. I'm Kelsey Brown, joined in commentary for their season debuts, might I add, Peter Hooley and Leonard Copeland. Leonard, I've got to start with you. How have you seen the first 2 games of NBL 26?
Absolutely fantastic. Look, anytime you can go down to Tasmania and get a win without your favorite son, you know, on the back of Milton Doyle, 22 points, but there was 38 lead changes. So I'm sitting on the edge of my seat just wondering what's going on here. And then last night, Casey Prather puts on his Superman cape and goes in and beats New Zealand. Had a fantastic game.
Well, if we move to tonight, we've got 2 superstars heading up their teams as well. Jack McVay comes back into the NBL and Nathan Sobey. Pete, what are you looking forward to this matchup?
I mean, it's got to be $1 Million McVay. Comes back to the NBL. You think about his last 24 months. He won the championship that you mentioned, a Larry Sengstock medalist. Gets a 2-way, has an Olympic berth in there as well. Playing the best basketball of his career. With that contract, 1 of 4 players reportedly earning $1 million. Comes pressure, outside noise. It doesn't matter whether you think he deserves it or not. He rightly needs that money because he's earned it through all of the success he's had, and I can't wait to see him back in the league.
And he has a new bank account as well. Let me tell you something. This guy's going over to America. He's learned a new trade. He's gotten stronger. Let's see him come back now and show what he can help do with his team and help them get a win.
We saw that huge shot from McVay. I can't wait to see some more of those tonight. But on the other end of things, Adam Ford, we didn't know if he was going to be there. He returns as the head coach, and he brings some pieces with him. Admiral Schofield, NBA quality player. Where is he at, Pete?
I can't wait to see him. Anytime you've got those physical attributes with the size to come in here, you should have no problem adapting to the NBL. We've seen it a little bit in the blitz. He can shoot the 3, a strong defender. He's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Well, I can't wait to see the rest of this game unfold. You guys get to commentary as we welcome in our 4th and final member, John Casey. Over to you.
Thanks, Kelsey. Good evening, everyone. It's the most anticipated season ever in the Hungry Jacks NBL, and we tip off with rookie round. Vastly different looking teams from what you last saw. In fact, The Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, they've got their co-captains in Sobey and Hunter in the starting five from the team that last played in the semi-final loss to Illawarra. And they're surrounded by Asia Cup gold medalist Owen Foxwell, next star Malik Lewis, and new import John Brown. And for the Taipans, well, not one of these players was in their first five for their final game of last season, but it's exciting to see Jack McVeigh back and fellow Boomerang Smith also in orange. Exactly 12 months ago, Southeast Melbourne lost to Perth on opening night. They would start the season 0-5 before recovering to reach the semi-finals. And they enjoyed a 22-point win over Cairns in a pre-season game 5 weeks ago. They start favourites in this one. But the Taipans' first road game last season was an upset 13-point win over Melbourne United at this venue. So I'm certainly not riding off the Taipans. A special shout out to the Taipans fans watching at Cairns Reef Casino and to all our viewers around Australia and beyond. It's great to have you with us as rookie round of the Hungry Jacks NBL gets underway in the Victorian capital, and it is the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix to the right of your screen who control the tip. Sobey with it early, and expect to see him with it a lot as well. Brown fires quickly, but he's off the mark.
Known to be that offensive threat, John Brown. We'll talk about it a bit more as the game goes on. Defensive reputation, probably unmatched with what he's achieved so far in his career, though.
And then the matchup of the round is going to be John Brown against our man.
Firing unsuccessfully there, Schofield. So Foxwell really came of age with the Boom, was at the Asia Cup, winning the gold medal. He's off the money as well with his first try, Rain Smith. And big Statman. A lot of upside for Cody Statman, and it's his time to shine. And he goes to the rim. What a look inside that was. And the finishing touches as Cairns score first.
What Marcus Lee can do. Yes, he's a defensive presence. He's going to alter shots, block shots. He's a lob threat. He's got a great feel. Great pass, great cut.
Sobey works to an opening, fires, it rattles around, jumps out. The Taipans through Schofield, back the other way, confronted by Lewis, wants to take him on, and Lewis wasn't buying it.
Wow, there's two big bodies going at it mid-air.
Snatched the ball away from him. Now Hunter down low with that height advantage on Schofield. Contact, it's muscling him from close range, it's off the mark though.
Physical start to this one.
Oh, I thought that was going up because he can let it fly.
Lee skip outside, Schofield. Had the better of it so far. That pass picked off though on the active hands of John Brown.
Yeah, led the EuroLeague in steals in 2022. That defensive reputation under Josh King. Expect some really good things on that end.
2 minutes played, opening quarter action. The Phoenix fans getting a little anxious here, looking for the first points, and Lewis can't provide them. Loose ball scramble under the bucket though, and possession arrow a bit decided.
Marcus Lee's got to rip that one down.
No running here, got to stay still. Here we go.
So Lee with it, guarded by Hunter. Puts it on the deck. Wants to go solo, charges up the rim, and Hunter did enough to talk him out of the points. Now Foxwell, Brown to his left, Lewis to his right. He goes solo, still no reply.
Is it fair to say the referees are letting the players play
I like
a little bit more? I love it. I love it.
Because you mentioned it, Coach, the physicality, especially with Schofield, Lewis. Strong defensive presence. There's another one. Hands in.
So a nervous start for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix as Sobey. They left him alone. Stops, pops. And it took almost 3 minutes, but the Phoenix get their season rolling.
Going to have to carry a heavy load, Nathan Sobey. Not just scoring, but playmaking as well. We'll talk about it with Malik Lewis gets whistled for a foul. The departure of friends, Blyenberg, before the season starts. They need a bit more offensive creation out there, which is probably what they'll look to get with this other import spot. But Nathan Sobey, we know, Coach, he can fill it up.
And speaking of that import spot, do you think they need to get him now? Do you think that they need to take their time and pick the right guy? Maybe mid-season, like perhaps Perth did a couple of years ago.
We don't need it before that. This league is so talented. It's going to be so close.
Lewis, Foxwell ahead of him, Rain Smith. A good job there to get a piece of the action with his foot. Not to give up the easy two.
Yeah, as we see, you look at this team, and you don't want to read too much into preseason, although from what we saw from Blindberg trying to fit into this team, it just wasn't quite the right fit, and Josh King was open about that. There was no bad blood in it, just a mutual decision to go their separate ways. But outside of Sobey, Foxwell deserving of this opportunity. Maldonado will see come in, he's a fresh face, but playmaking's my one big concern.
Well, contact between Rain Smith and Sobey. Sobey thought he was fouled. Ruben Woolcott, referee, didn't see it that way, and timeout being called here by Adam Ford. So 3 and a bit minutes played in the opening quarter, and Adam Ford wants to chat about this already. Both teams with a slow start, just 2 points so far in a game that's been heavily dominated by the defense. Josh King won't be happy with what the Phoenix have come up with either.
And I think he wants his players up and in after every shot. As you see him on the sidelines, yelling and screaming at Malik Lewis.
Keep getting these shooters, pressure, bench be ready right here. All right? You got anything?
Hey, don't settle, boys. That midi can easily be fucking something at the rim. Don't settle. Go to the fucking rim and go hard.
Get on the glass. Shots go up. Get on the glass. Hey, next time we need one, horn-side shorts. Horn-side shorts, set it. But play for stops and go. Stops and go.
Defensively, Josh King will be thrilled because this is the whole identity that he brings, and we saw that, especially last weekend. They played in the international series in Perth against some Japanese B-League teams. Their pressure defensively was enormous, and that's going to hold them in good stead this season. But offensively also, you know, they're talking about not living in the mid-range. Marcus Lee plays that drops defense where he doesn't get to the level, making sure you still put heat, still test the waters, get deep in the lane.
With this starting 5, who carries you? Who can get 30 points on this team?
It's got to be Sobey.
Schofield gets it from Statman. Behind the back. Lee was available, but they couldn't find a passing lane. Rain Smith against his Boomers teammate in Foxwell. Lost the handle. Hunter came up with a loose ball. Foxwell trying to thread the needle. It was a difficult pass to try and reel in after lot there of Malik Lewis.
This has been scrappy, to say the least. 3.5 minutes, turnovers galore. Credit the defensive pressure, yes, but just two teams still trying to figure it out. I expected this from the Phoenix coach. Mentioned where's the playmaking and scoring going to come from. Here we go. Also, the Cairns Taipans a bit out of whack, waiting for their new import, Andrew Andrews, to come and be their starting point guard.
McVeigh rushes up the floor. Statman bounce past Lee. Had good position, elected to turn it down. Goes back to McVeigh. He now works on Lewis. Muscles his way into the baseline. Rattles around, won't fall for it.
Good defense, Malik Lewis.
Good looking shot, too.
Lewis, the handle, goes back to retrieve it, guarded by Statman. 4 minutes played, opening quarter action from John Cain Arena. Great to have you with us in the Hungry Jacks NBL rookie round. Start the season. Here's Hunter from close range. He's found going to the rim, off to the free throw line.
That man with a hand in the cookie jar. Didn't have to do it. That was good defense from Marcus Lee.
As Marcus tells him, I don't need your help. I don't need your help.
Trying to do the right thing and just get down there and dig. Make active hands, but you've got to trust the big fella.
So Foxwell sits down, replaced by Maldonado, who makes his debut.
You can't understate this case. The Cairns Taipans 2 points on the board. Yes, the Phoenix we've spoken about, but no true point guard in this lineup so far. Kyle Adams probably the closest they have to that, who's coming off the bench. This is what you get. This is what you get from a half-court offense without your point guard, who's Andrew Andrews, yet to join the team.
He'll be back arriving in Australia next week. Let's get courtside to Kelsey.
Yeah, Pete, you're right about that. I spoke to Adam Ford about how they were going to cover some of the injuries and the missing pieces. He said Rain Smith gets the start, as we've seen there. He said he's loved his professionalism in the preseason to try and get back from injury. And from Rain Smith's side of things, he said that it was Forty's reputation of making emerging players better and taking them to the next level. So I feel like this is a good partnership, but haven't seen too much from Rain Smith yet.
McVeigh and Schofield combined to restart here. Low scoring affair, 4-2 the equation, middle stages of this opening term. Statman, shot clock at 10, he's on the halfway line. Poor pass, telegraphed it, chopped out by Brown, who's got his hand on everything at the moment. Maldonado, off the glass, couldn't get the conversion he was after.
John Brown is everywhere. Just watching him defensively, his activity, where he positions himself.
Here's McVeigh, jack type, and he opens his account.
And that's one man can get going. If he knocks down 1 or 2 shots, look out. He loves this court, Dave.
And you cannot block it. He's got a long wingspan. Stays balanced, Malik Lewis.
Off the mark, rebound to Gak. And now it's Sobey, aggressive again. Good feed to Brown for the finishing touches. His first points in the Hungry Jacks NBL.
This is what the Phoenix are doing, though. Taking the ball out of their ball carrier's hands, which has been Rain Smith, and making it big, have to bring it up.
Schofield got it from Galloway and fills it up as well. So he opens his scoring account down under.
Oh, he can do that. That's what he did in over 100 games in the NBA, 3-and-D prospect.
Maldonado exploring. Lob pass for Gak, who was on a different wavelength, but he came up with a finish nonetheless. A seesawing affair here as we start to warm to the occasion. 4 minutes out from quarter time. Phoenix lead it by 1. Statman goes on with the dribble. Baseline, tough shot, gets it done. Nice finish from him.
Now we're cooking, Case. I was worried there for a minute.
We'll just forget the first 5 minutes and we'll start to lock in now.
Hey, man.
Gak hands over Sobey. Again, he wants to take them on. He rushes to the rim and he's off to the free throw line where he was top 10 in the competition last season.
Outside of Sobey, who's looking to be aggressive and always, he only knows one way. It's going to be Angus Glover, who comes into the game now. He's going to be their next offensive threat in terms of always trying to be aggressive, get 2 feet in the paint, take open shots. As you look at the rest of this lineup, Maldonado comes in, backup point guard. Played in Germany, Ludwigsburg. Again, I like what I saw from him in the blitz. He does a little bit of everything. Good size of that point guard, but not known as that playmaking guard.
Right. Then you bring in DJ Mitchell, who was good in the preseason. Rebounded the ball well, shot the ball well. I didn't realize he was that big. He's a legit 6'8", 6'9".
Josh King wanted him. Once Josh King realized, I think one of his assistant coaches might have brought it up in the offseason, like, DJ Mitchell might be available. Josh King did a bit more research and loved what he saw. It was very quick to get him to the Phoenix.
9 apiece inside the last 4 minutes of the opening term. McVeigh from deep is off the mark. Sobey grabs the rebound and looks to run. Glover ahead of him in the corner, but he's lobbing it to Gak from close range. Comes up with a finish.
And I like that from Sobey. I mean, the old Sobey would have forced a shot. But he's patient now. He's getting guys involved early.
His team needs that. Good point you make, Copes. Rain Smith hasn't seen a lot of it. They stood off him there, but he short-armed it on the rim. Loose ball scramble back to Rain Smith. This is more his go. And there he knocks down the 3. Josh King wasn't happy with that.
Don't give him too much space.
He's one of those players, you can give him a layup, but don't give him a 3.
What he did for the Boomers that Asia Cup gold medal. Louisville, Charleston for 4 years before transferring to Louisville for his senior year, and he can fill it up. Another Tassie kid slipped through. Didn't end up with the Jack Jumpers, but it's great to see him in the NBL. Played Summer League.
So the Taipans bring it forward. McVeigh, the only starter on the floor for them at the moment. Guarded by Jay Mitchell. Is Higgins-Titchell stripped of it. Terrific hands there from Daniel Foster. And could be one of the more exciting players in the competition, one of the new faces. You like what he brings to the table. Gak, the O-board. First attempt wouldn't work. Second time, it did. And he's up to 6 in the game to lead all scorers.
And the best thing about Gak is he's going to come in and give Hunter that rest. They didn't have that last year. They didn't have a backup center.
Here's Galloway firing. Thought he was fouled. Couldn't get a whistle.
Well, this is my concern for the Taipans because of the unfortunate injury to Sam Wardenberg, ruled out until December with an ankle injury. Marcus Lee was supposed to be the backup center, so now he's your starter. He does have a knack of getting in foul trouble sometimes, but when he goes out, you've got Galloway playing the 5. McVeigh and Schofield can switch it up. They play small ball, but there are some really, really talented centers in this league.
Both teams struggling the perimeter at the moment, and that rattles home there for Mitchell. He comes up with his first points in the game, and the Phoenix lead it by 3. Inside the last 2 minutes, term number 1. Adnam, a former Phoenix captain, top of the key. Started by Maldonado, shot clock at 10. Goes to Galloway, got a better look this time, and he does flush the triple to bring it back to 15 apiece.
He's so good at that 3.
Loves John Kaner as well.
Gak came up empty. Impressive work there coming from Daniel Foster. Let's look at the Amy replay here of Kyron Galloway knocking down the three.
He can do that at a very, very high rate. Good block down the other end. He might have got away with one. It looked like his hand went up through the net. The Gak's been really active. 5 turnovers already for the Taipans.
Well, you said it. We don't have a legit point guard out there. It's going to be tough, especially in Southeast Melbourne, to meet you as soon as that ball comes up in there.
Yeah, it's a tough game probably. You look at the rest of the league to really have to go against the way that Josh King is just making sure that make or miss, they full court press. Get up and in, have the pressure. So this is where Kyle Adnam, that veteran head, so they're doing a good job, see right there, to keep it out of his hands. Make someone else have to bring it up.
And that's what's happening.
Here's Mitchell. Stand by as he throws the lid down on 2 and gives them a 4-point edge.
Just a step up defensively. Have a look at this.
A little over a minute out. This is Barker in the corner. He's off the mark, so 3-point shooting woes continue. That's some penetration. Maldonado rejected by Kyron Galloway. Excellent defensive work from him, and Barker brings the Taipans forward inside the last 60 seconds of an opening quarter that's been seesawing so far. Higgins-Titcher off the mark.
And they've had 3 or 4 great-looking shots just rimmed out.
Hunter with it. Maldonado goes back to Hunter after a lot of him, but he somehow controlled it and made the bucket.
That finish there from Hunter. Maldonado. That ball is still stuck on the net. Oh, Nico Fernandez.
So a 6-point edge here. Biggest lead we've seen in the game so far for the Phoenix. It took them a while to find their range, but starting to warm to the occasion now.
Good?
A little later after this game, it's Perth against Tassie coming your way, and we finish round 1 here on Sunday with Melbourne United against the New Zealand Breakers. Of course, the EuroLeague games are on Sunday as well in Sydney, with Partisan up against the Kings and Adelaide taking on Panathinaikos. These European heavyweights put on a great show here at John Cain Arena on Thursday night.
Were you here, Case?
I was here, and it was fantastic.
I just like to see a preseason game like that where they're battling it out. That mattered. You don't often see that.
Shot clock to 10. It's Schofield. Unbalanced. Eventually reels it back in. It's with Adnam with 5 on the shot clock now. Needs to get busy against the taller Mitchell. Oh, he did that well. Got it to Higgins-Titcher. Well, Adam thought either a foul.
I think he said the hand went up through the rim.
Something happened.
So might have been a goaltend.
Maldonado goes on with the dribble. Solo work from him, and he adds to the tally. His first score in the game, and all of a sudden it's an 8-point edge right on the quarter-time buzzer. So after a slow start and some problems for Adam Ford and the Taipans, it's the Phoenix who lead by a 23-15 at quarter-time.
Welcome back to the Hungry Jacks NBL. A fast start for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix at home. 8-point lead over the Cairns Taipans, who are a little bit shell-shocked in that first. No surprises, Adam Ford at quarter time had a lot to say about the full court defense of the Phoenix and how they can break that double team to get the ball into the hands of the point guard.
Thanks very much, Kelsey. They've got problems at the moment, the Taipans, including 7 turnovers in that opening quarter.
7 steals for the Phoenix as well. They've got their hands everywhere. 2 from Brown, Foster 2. Never underestimate how important the floor general is.
Play from Sobey to Hunter came unstuck, and a chance for the Taipans. Shooting the ball at 38% at the moment. Here's Lee. Goes with the right hand rush. The shot, it rattles around for Marcus Lee, but he comes up with his first points as a Taipan.
Hunter might have thought that was a little lucky based on that reaction.
Well, this time it's Brown firing unsuccessfully.
You can see the way the defense is just going under. It doesn't matter where that screen is set. They want to test John Brown out from outside.
Rain Smith hands over. McVeigh got away from Lewis. Feeds Smith once more. Off the mark, under the rebound.
That is a quick trigger.
Yeah.
As soon as he touches it, it goes up.
Foxwell work to an opening, feeds Hunter. The big man says, I'll try my luck from deep, and why not?
Been doing that in the preseason, especially at the Blitz. Just adding another part to his game. It's great to see. Clearly given the license from Josh King.
Game high 9-point lead here for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Taipans offense not clicking as well as they'd like at the moment. Schofield, he's off the mark once more, and last touch by the Taipans. So Phoenix will come up with it.
Talk about them being out of sorts, but you see Rain Smith, he's not their point guard. So he's going to be spot-up shooter. You run plays for him, but he has to handle the ball right now because Andrew Andrews isn't here doing it, and you can see that their whole offense is a bit disjointed, so that'll settle down in time. But how do they get through this game until they get their point guard available?
Well, the best thing Josh King did, could have thought of was to have that pressure continuously the whole night, and that's what he's doing. He's picking these guys up as soon as the ball comes out of the net, knowing they can't get into their offense.
Lewis sprays up a wild 3. So Phoenix none of 5 from long range so far in the game, getting nothing from the outside. Schofield, Lee beyond his range. Now Rain Smith, it's McVeigh down low. Single coverage from Malik Lewis. Now the double team arrives. They get it to Rain Smith. He fires, he connects.
That is pretty.
I'm not doubling that just yet. Malik Lewis, he's had a couple of really good one-on-one defensive possessions. Because as soon as you just turn your head, Nathan Sobey, and leave Rain Smith, as you said, Coach, it's a mighty quick release.
Sobey off the mark, kept alive by Brown, being active. Gets Sobey another look. He makes the adjustment, and Sobey comes up with a 2.
John Brown's 3rd steal already.
He is all over the place.
He's a problem for the Taipans. Harley pulls off the 3.
Wow.
Look at John Brown. After that 3, does not care. He's just making sure that the guard doesn't get the ball. And now their power forward, Jack McVeigh, has to run the offense.
Hunter up to 10 to lead all scorers, but he's called for a foul at the other end. It's going to be his first personal.
Black 1, hit.
Good job, mate. Good job. Here's the Amy replay. Nathan Sobey relocates, gets it from the corner, and then on the steal from John Brown. As I mentioned, 2022 EuroLeague steals leader. Defense is just in his DNA.
I think for 40, though, he has to have either Lockie Parker or Kyle Latnam on the floor at all times, because both of those guys have experience playing point guard, but they can't get the ball off the floor. If you can't get the ball off the floor, you can't run your offense.
Brown fires, knocks down the shot, and as the lead continues to grow here, it's a 12-point buffer.
Not only that, but if they put Kyle Latnam in, the Phoenix are doing a good job of making sure he doesn't bring it up. So you need 2 guards out there.
Schofield being busy and likes the look of that as he comes up with the finishing touches. He's up to 8.
Nice 3-point lines, keeping them in it.
Nice looking shot.
3.5 played term number 2. Opening night for the Phoenix. One of their home fans as Foxwell feeds Lewis. Shot clock to single digits. Lewis, it's off the mark again. Kept alive by John Brown, the everywhere man.
The everywhere man.
6 points for him. He's having an influence at both ends of the floor. Smith coughed it up. There comes to Lewis for the jump upstairs finish. Well, Adam Ford's seen enough. Timeout called here by the Snakes. This is big problems as the Phoenix explode to a 13-point lead.
Look, that steals for Malik Lewis, but that's all John Brown. Look at this. Just unbelievable pressure in the lanes allows Malik Lewis to get out there. We know he's good in transition.
Well, it's NBL Hungry Jacks rookie round. Geordie Hunter can tell us more.
I grew up in the States and loved baseball. Basketball was in the winter, and I just wasn't doing that as a winter sport for whatever reason. And by the time I'd shot up astronomically, it was time for me to start considering basketball as a viable option. So that happened a bit later, and I jumped in, and I just happened to be back in Australia by then. Played for the mighty Norths Bears in North Sydney, and just came to the game late, so it was a bit of a different foray into the sport at about 15, 16 years old, and just absolutely loved it. It's never too late. As soon as you pick up a ball and you find some mild coordination, you can take it as far as you want it. But just make sure that you continue to foster a love of the game. As long as you are enjoying every single time you get out there, then it'll take you as far as you want it.
Well, this has been an unbelievable start from the Phoenix. Geordie Hunter knocking them down from outside. Never too late to add a three-point shot to your game as well, coach. But I can't recall the last time I've seen a team have 9 or 10 turnovers, all steals from the opposition. Like, their pressure, the Phoenix, is relentless. Nearly forced another one there. Another turnover. It's not going to be a steal, but John Brown is a problem, coach.
He is a problem. And let me tell you something. Other teams are watching. You better be prepared because he's up and in on every single play.
So Maldonado will bring the Phoenix forward here, middle stages of the second. They're up 13 after starting this quarter with an 8-point edge. Taipans got problems at both ends of the floor. John Brown's creating a lot of them and continues to create problems. He's up to 8.
Said it last week. There's a little bit of Michael Reddit in the lefty. Oh my goodness, this man, another steal.
He is
a menace.
Control.
Glover exploring to the left hand. Tough shot he's found in the process. More free throws to come here for the Phoenix.
Now, coach, we don't want to go too early, but we're talking about the best defensive player in the league.
I'm going early. He is the best in the league I've seen so far. And guess what? He'll be here for the next 10 years because if they don't sign him, somebody else will.
He's unbelievable defensively. Josh King telling us all about it. Those Perth fans, they won't like to see this because they nearly had him.
It's Hungry Jacks rookie round, so to celebrate, you can scan the QR code on the screen, unlock rookie rewards now, thanks to our great friends at Hungry Jacks.
A couple of years ago, the Wildcats signed John Brown, but he would have been ineligible to play finals, so they didn't get to see him.
So Rain Smith is his team forward under pressure from Foster. Picks up the dribble, needs help, wanted Adnan, that was shut down. Higgins-Titcher hasn't been able to get into the game either. Pass from McVeigh, he's got Mitchell to contend with. Tough assignment for DJ Mitchell. McVeigh takes him on and gets it done.
I like the composure from Cairns. They finally got on a half-court set, found it's their marquee man, let him go to work.
Maldonado behind the back, works to an opening. Tough shot, wouldn't work. Marcus Lee the rebound. Hands over to Adnan, former Phoenix co-captain. Bounces into Foster. And Lee getting involved as well as Foster is called for his first personal. Oh, wow.
Marcus Lee might have got away with one there.
This might have been after the first foul.
Nico just saying make sure you're set. So yeah, there you go, Case. The foul first because Marcus Lee, that would have been going the other way.
Got a freebie.
That would have been a fight in the parking lot. You kidding me?
Here's McVeigh against Mitchell, hands over. Rain Smith, he picks up the dribble. Back to McVeigh. A lot of standing around as well. Lack of movement for the Taipans and asking McVeigh to go solo and just make something up, and he's not too bad at that.
That's that experience out here. And he's always been good, but the fact that he's gone overseas and been successful, he brings that back now. And this is his team.
6 points for Jack McVeigh in the game. Maldonado working on Adnan. Just muscles his way past. Nothing on offer. Mitchell got Higgins-Titcher in the air. Work to an opening, but he's off the mark. Glover the O-board with the right hand. Adds to his tally. He's got 4. Adnan wants to play up tempo here. Caught the Phoenix napping, but he's worried out of the points. And it comes back to Gorjok Gak. Now Mitchell. McVeigh to B. Oh my. Just feeds it to Glover for the finishing touches. He knocks down the three and the margin continues to grow here. It's out to 18.
Look at Josh King. A making transition and he is just screaming to get up and in defensively. He does not care whether that ball goes in. He's going to go to the free throw line, and this is what even Adnam's take before. If you break the pressure of the Phoenix, normally I'd be saying attack, but you just can't do it. You've got to take possessions out of this game right now and just slow it down. Get McVeigh to the post, just really try and slow the ball down. It's the worst possible matchup for Cairns to play without a point guard.
Absolutely.
Because they are just up and in, relentless for 40 minutes. No other team will do this defensively for this long over the whole period of the game.
15 on D. He's gone and put Adnam and Barker in at the same time now, so hopefully that'll ease some pressure and they can get the ball down the court.
Marcus Lee, not the most reliable conveyance from the free throw line. In fact, if you were asking someone to take free throws to get your burgers, it might be Marcus Lee. 48% last season, but 63% from the field. What's he got here for the Melbourne fans? Oh, he's teasing them. Had it covered, he said, with the back end there as he makes the adjustment.
Yeah, you're late. You adjust as it's in the air.
24 points to 15 in this quarter. An 8-point quarter-time lead has grown to 17, and the Taipans have got problems. Here's Mitchell, being aggressive against Kyron Galloway. Nothing on off, but trying to find a passing lane that wasn't there, and they turn the ball over.
And here comes the nightmare ready to check in again. John Brown, he's going to give a lot of teams nightmares.
It gives me nightmares.
Another steal, another turnover.
That's 11 turnovers now for the Taipans, just 2 for the Phoenix. It's a 19-point spread, biggest in the game is Adnam. This is Schofield. Now Barker. You know they're short-handed tonight. Without Andrews, without Wardenberg until round 12 with that ankle injury, but they need to regroup here. The Taipans and do it quickly. Schofield aggressive, great O-ball, but then from close range couldn't finish it. Glover, no teammates ahead of him, but he's encouraged to take on Adnam, and he was rejected by Kyron Galloway, who throws it out of there.
He's had a couple of those now, Galloway. Good wall up from Adnam there, staying disciplined.
If you're Adam Ford, what do you say at halftime to these guys?
Good. I think it's all about composure. As we mentioned, those couple of plays where, yeah, you might have what looks like an advantage after you break the pressure from the Phoenix, but slow it down. Take the possessions out of this game.
Hunter from deep, couldn't get it done. John Brown, the O-ball from close range. That wouldn't work either, but he is everywhere. Frustrated that he couldn't put the finishing touches on after doing all the hard work. 8 points for Brown, 10 for Hunter. The two leaders for the Phoenix. They with 6, Schofield has 8 for the Taipans out of the 30 that they've come up with. A hard team to get a read on the Cairns Taipans. Just the 8 wins last season from the bottom of the ladder as McVeigh comes up with a finish. He's up to 9 on the back of that triple.
That's probably the first mistake that Brown's made defensively. You've got to know where Jack McVeigh is. If that's your direct matchup, throw out the normal rules, take a little extra step towards him because he needs no time or space.
Rattled around her and jumped out, and Foxwell was there for the putback too. His first score in the game, and it arrives inside the last 2 minutes of the first half as the Phoenix reach the half century here. Averaged 96 points a game last season to be top 3 in the competition. As McVeigh comes up empty and Foxwell always busy, feeds Sobey. Glover in the corner, Sobey looking that direction, but bumped and taking the shot, so he's had a trip to the free throw line.
The most steals ever by a Southeast Melbourne Phoenix player is Mitch Creek in 2022 with 7. John Brown has 4 already. And might average 4 for the season.
Oh, he's going to average 4 plus.
Again, some guys are just born with defensive, the IQ and the attributes as well. He's got it all.
This has been impressive, and what else is impressive is the NBL app. You can switch seamlessly between NBL, NBL1 and WNBL in your all-in-one hoops hub. It's got tailored news, stats, content for every league. You can track teams, explore player profiles, get live scores, watch highlights, and enjoy a sleek design with smarter navigation. It's all in one app built for basketball fans. Download the free NBL app from the App Store or Google Play right now.
Now, you know what else is impressive, Case, is your segues. Because you are in mid-season form with that.
Love your work, Pete. 90 seconds left here in the first half, and the margin is 20. We weren't expecting this. Barker just gets across the halfway line in the allotted time frame there. Straight to Schofield, who let it fly. Couldn't finish it. Lee kept it alive, went behind the back to Adnam. They crashed the boards. Adnam went down, just those Sobies picked up the foul. That's the fourth team foul on the Phoenix in this period, the first on Nathan Sobey for the game.
And Pete, you spoke about John Brown averaging 4 or 5 steals. You know, he's fantastic, but it probably won't be this easy when he's playing against a team that has a legit point guard on the floor.
Oh, my God, he's got another one. 5.
Maybe it will be.
Take that, Copes. He was listening, Copes. He feeds Foxwell. Yes, he knocks down the three. It's a 23-point margin.
I mean, sometimes, as you said, like defense, but just his understanding, he's a step ahead. Yes, he's had a couple of direct passes to him. He just puts himself in the right spot.
Schofield worried out of that. Did well to keep it alive. Adnam, he goes hard at Sobey. Contact. It's an offensive foul.
Can they count?
Score waved away. Foul on Adnam.
He's outside, he's there.
Really? Yeah, the defense saying got out. The referee saying he got outside the charge circle. Looks like he's about to take off there, Kyle Adnam. But Brown, 5 steals now. Just finds himself in the right position, has the length. Have another look at that. Yep, Sobey definitely got there as Kyle Adnam did take off.
I'll tell you what Brown does for this team. He makes everyone hungry to play defense.
Foxwell, tough shot on the run, can't get it done. Marcus Lee spreads it to Barker. Sees an opening down on the baseline. Well done, Malik Lewis, to stay in front of him, though. And now he's all over him. Barker with his hands full has coughed it up.
And this also shows how important it is for preseason games to understand how you're going to play. So they haven't had their point guard. It was Ashton Hagans. That didn't happen. They've gone to Andrew Andrews. So all the preseason work they've done, they haven't figured out how to play as a true system because their point guard has not been here. So it's going to take some time.
They've got 15 turnovers as a result of that in the first half, 7 in the opening quarter. You have to credit some of that to John Brown, just the activity he's produced. Not quite sure where they can look. Brown appears to be everywhere. That's what has helped the Phoenix here to this big margin as we head toward half-time. 56-33 is the equation. A reminder, Perth v Tasmania coming up after this game. Melbourne United here at this venue on Sunday against New Zealand.
I am very excited to see these Wildcats, Case.
Yep.
I am very excited.
Are you high on them?
They look to be the most complete team in the NBL.
Wow, nice.
I've got a question on their backup big depth a little bit, but I think they can cover it with Doolittle playing small ball with his strength. But outside of that, Jones, JLA, new mindset for Windler and Doolittle, my goodness.
It's a lot to get excited about if you're a Perth Wildcats fan.
It wasn't too long ago, but they've changed their tune. But there's a lot of excitement right now for this man, John Brown. 5 steals in the first half.
That has to be a record in the first half, doesn't it?
I think that, you think about last year, most steals by any player was 6 and it happened 5 times. He's already got 5, so I don't want to give away Defensive Player of the Year in round 1. We've got some, I want an all-defensive team. I think if John Brown's going to run away with the award, let's get a team as well so everyone else can fill it up.
Bill Smythe's had 11 in a game. It's his high watermark. Here's Glover. Got a good look at the 3 ball. That's off the mark. Sobey, the overall put back and a chance at a 3-point play.
That 11 could be in trouble too, Case, the way he's going.
Without a doubt. Darryl McDonald had 11. Steve Woodbury 11.
Copeland? No, 11?
No, that's defense, Coach. Defense.
Not on this page I'm looking at, Coach, so I'll look a little bit further down the list.
It was a joke. Calm down. Everybody calm down.
That's on the other end. You didn't get paid for that end, to be fair. You got paid for
I learned to play it now. Trust me. Oh, you guys are funny. Your eyes, both of your eyes got this big.
Just the thought of you and Andrew Gaze putting the clamps on people.
No.
The nightmares for the opposition.
Oh, boy.
Watch out.
But also, he's recorded 5 in the first half, but a couple have gone to like Malik Lewis, Foster, from his pressure.
Well, because of him, of
because of him.
Yeah.
So he's really created probably 8 of them. It's unbelievable.
This is a fun team to play on, though, when you got guys like that who want to play defense, get steals, you get fast break points.
Margin out to 26 points. This has been phenomenal. Here's McVeigh as the buzzer expires in the background. He got it done and was fouled.
He's good at that, isn't he? He's very good at that.
Jeez, they needed that. Just something.
Foul just beat it before, but then what time we've got left, yeah? So I'll call it.
That's what Jack McVeigh brings to the table. He is exciting to watch in any game he's involved in this season. Well, it is worth the price of admission or making sure that you get to a TV screen where Jack is doing this sort of stuff.
And again, 35 points, obviously nowhere near enough.
0.6 on the clock, so Geordie Hunter's going to check back in. Malik Lewis will sit down, having picked up a second foul.
There's no knock on the Phoenix here, but they are 60-point-and-a-half offensive team. With just their offensive talent, probably not, but defensively, they've just been unbelievable.
Bay misses the back end. Hunter heaves it what he can on the buzzer, but the first half, the credentials of the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix are on show. They put the clamps on the Taipans to restrict them to 35 and rattled on 59 of their own. This has been impressive. They lead by 24 points. And Nathan Sobey had a big part to play as well. He has 13 points in the game to lead all scorers. He's standing by with Kelsey.
Yeah, 13 points for you, Sobes, but you've got to be happy with 59 as a team. It's happening on both ends, but talk to me about offensively.
Yeah, I mean, 59 is great for us, but I think our defense has given us that. Our defense has given us a ton of energy. JB's leading the way with that. And then guys just follow. We've got to keep that up for another 20 minutes.
12 steals as a team. John Brown has 5 to himself. Can you talk to us a little bit about what he inspires the rest of the team to do?
I mean, that's what he does. Get used to it. He's going to keep doing it. It's non-stop.
We absolutely love what you guys are doing. Enjoy the second half.
Thank you. Cheers.
Well, 20 minutes down in the season opener for the Phoenix. Huge on both ends to lead the Taipans by 26. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back to break it down with Pete and Leonard after this.
Fellas, 1-2, 1-2. 1-2.
Oh, hello. Damien.
Uh-oh.
Should do now.
Oh, okay.
Hello. Mason Jones. Fellas.
How are you, mate?
You got us?
Got you. Can't hear him. Who was that?
An unbelievable start by the Phoenix, and it was all on the defensive end, but don't worry about the offensive end as well. 59 points to the half. A shell-shock Cairns Taipans coming into this game. Plenty for Adam Ford to address at halftime, and no doubt Josh King will have plenty to say as well. For some reason, I don't know how, but he still isn't happy. Even with that full court defense, still isn't happy.
I mean, defense wins championships. You look at it in the recent history, if you're not a top 4 defensive team, you can't win. Right now, the Phoenix are showing they're going to be elite defensively, and for the Cairns, it's the worst possible matchup to play without a point guard because they are relentless, full court, doesn't matter whether they score or miss, disruptive and giving Cairns fits right now.
You talk about Josh King not being happy. He's happy, trust me, but he can't show it. As a coach, you got to pretend like you're mad. But look, at the end of the day, if they play defense like this, they're going to be in every single game. Now, it won't be this easy because most teams will have a point guard. Cairns don't. But it looks really good. He looks really good.
You absolutely love what the Phoenix are doing. I love what John Brown III is doing. Is there anybody else we can talk about on this court at the moment? He's coming for his first game, blowing us away.
I mean, he's a nightmare. He literally is a nightmare on the basketball court. Just look at his pressure. He has obviously a great feel for it defensively. This is not surprising. This is his reputation, is what he's done throughout nearly a 10 professional year career. So just seeing it up close, though, his energy, it's infectious under Josh King as well. He's got one hand on the Best Defensive Player of the Year trophy because he's not just getting steals, but he's everywhere.
Well, they were our Hungry Jacks halftime highlight, but let's have a look at John Brown III's Blackmore's player stats. He's been huge. The steals, massive, but he's contributing offensively as well.
Absolutely. It says 5 steals, but he's probably caused 8 or 9 by just getting up and in and blocking guys and punching guys out. He's been fantastic, though, and he's scoring. The jump shot looks good. I'm happy to see him play.
Well, that's what's happening here at John Cain Arena, but we cannot wait to be joined by our fellas over in Perth as well. We've got a game coming up. The Perth Wildcats are there. Damian Martin, Damon Lowry, how are you guys going? What's the vibe like over in the West?
Oh, we just cannot believe that NBL is finally backing upon us. And more importantly, Damon Lowry, for the first time in 20 years, is here in Perth. So just reminiscing about the good old days. Good to have him back here in Perth. What's going to be an incredible game of basketball after the one you're currently watching.
Well, we're going to start calling you the Dames because obviously I couldn't try to split you. I didn't want to throw one question to both of you. So talk to us a bit about the vibe in terms of the player personnel. Who are you most excited to watch? Because this is a star-studded Perth Wildcats roster.
I'm excited to watch the entire team. Like this, we're going to see now a brand of Perth basketball I don't think we've seen in, I don't know, well, since before Bryce got here. So now this team is way more balanced, and that is not, I repeat, not a shot at Bryce Cotton. But what they've just assembled now with JLA, with Doolittle having some experience in the league, as well as Dylan Windler, and this Mason Jones over here, man. He over here shooting corner threes like they layups.
Mate, throughout the week, I heard you guys compare him to Ricky Grace. Is that true, Damon? Is that true?
That was not me.
That was me, because a little sample size I've seen of him and then heard him talk in front of everyone at the Wildcats launch. He would do whatever it takes on any given night to benefit his teammates. So similar to Ricky would score if the team needed him to score, get assists if they needed that, rebound, steals, whatever was required to get a win, he'd do it, and I'm expecting that from Mason.
What do we expect from the Jack Jumpers? Obviously a quick turnaround. It's a brutal start for them, obviously going down in that opening game. Can we see them bouncing back here against the Red Army?
They're going to be real competitive. It is a bit of a trip, but there's no excuses. This is the no excuse league, but with 6 new guys, it's going to take a while to gel for the new Jackie Way to perform.
Very excited to see you guys over in the West. Perth against Tasmania coming up, but we've got a half of basketball to come. The Phoenix and the Cairns Taipans. The Cairns Taipans with plenty to do in the second half.
Thanks for sharing your Saturday night with us. And for this week's Game Time highlight during the off-season, Geordie Hunter threw down a dunk on some kids at Hughesdale Primary School. Let's hope he brings that same energy into this season. We're seeing it on show tonight. A big thanks to Kmart for their incredible support of the NBL's Game Time program. Get around it, get around Kmart as well. It's the 7th season of the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. This is game number 187 in their career or in their system, and they've never led at halftime by 24 points. Their biggest halftime lead in franchise history. They are putting on a show, and it was seeing them come out after halftime. They didn't even wait for the halftime entertainment to finish, and they were out, and Cairns couldn't be spotted, but Sobey's been good as well with his 13 points.
Yeah, he's been stable. You know, we talked about him rushing last year, but now it just seems like he's trying to fit in. He's doing the right thing. He's making the extra passes, but he's taking the open shots. Nothing forced. I mean, he looks good.
Yeah, 4 and 6 from the field, and granted they haven't had to because all their points are really coming out in transition off steals. Kind of everybody can just kind of go for it, play with some freedom. Right now, Cairns Taipans just have to keep their head above water, just kind of tread water.
What can they do?
Well, right now, you also just got to make sure that you can slowly build. They're not going to win this game, and it's probably not worth going into this saying, hey, let's full court press, let's just slowly build, knowing that our point guard will be here soon, because this is, as I keep saying, the worst possible matchup for them to go up against a team that's relentless, because Cody Statman shouldn't be bringing the ball up the floor.
So underway in the second half, Taipans with a possession arrow, but find themselves down by 24 points. They trail by 8 at quarter time. Lee ripping the ball through, has drawn a foul on Malik Lewis, so that's going to be his 3rd personal.
Did you see that for John Brown? Just little things that you're watching him. So Jack McVay's got the ball above his head. John Brown is locked into staring at his torso because he's not worried about where the ball's going. He's just tracing the ball with his offhand and just locked into seeing where his offensive play is going to go. It's those kind of little things that make being an elite defender so easy for him.
Hot pass from Statman. Got it to Schofield, but he couldn't find the target. Schofield 3 of 9 has taken more shots than any other player for the Taipans. Sobey exploring, has it knocked out of his hands. Now Statman's got Jack McVay joining in here. Wants to go solo in a mismatch against Foxwell, and Foxwell did an excellent defensive job. Now McVay will restart. Here's Schofield again, trying to create unsuccessfully. McVay reaching in Glover. And going to be called for the foul, Glover. Going to be his 1st personal. 2nd team foul on the Phoenix here inside 30 seconds.
Schofield's touch around the basket isn't great, is it?
Well, it hasn't been in this one. He was rubbing the hands, but normally when you spill one like that, you look for an excuse. As Rain Smith.
Free ball off the mark, under the rebound to his co-captain in Sobey. John Brown in support, and he timed the pass nicely. Sobey, high IQ player, looked it off as though he was going to wait for the rest of the team to arrive and then fed the ball inside.
So you wait, John Brown's a player, man. He's a player.
Back to a 26-point margin. Almost a minute played here in this 3rd term. Shot clock to single digits. McVay against Glover in a mismatch in terms of height. Might like his chances to the baseline. Look away pass. Here's Marcus Lee. Tough shot, wouldn't work. Well, Hunter deflected the ball away from Sobey there as they both went after it.
Good job, Emil. Good job, Emil.
They're just so active defensively. As a unit, yes, we've been highlighting John Brown, but everybody just really active, moving together. We said at halftime, defense wins championships. The top 4 defensive team has won a championship last decade plus. And the Phoenix are trying to make it known that they're not just a top 4 defensive team, but they're the best.
It's infectious what he's doing as well, Brown. He's got everyone engaged at the defensive end. This is Sobey. Found it way down low. Off glass, wouldn't work. Hunter's tip in off the mark as well, and Lee puts a stop to it. Statman harassed by Foxwell. Schofield. McVay against Brown, who reaches in from behind and knocks it away again.
Better be credited with that one, because that would be 6.
Sobey in traffic, shut down, got it to Brown, who draws a foul. Free throws to come for the Phoenix. And they were 10 of 11 from the stripe in the first half, compared with 1 of 3 for the Taipans.
He's got 6 steals, John Brown, and he probably should have 9.
Yeah.
Maybe even 10 of the 13, because he's causing a bunch of them. It's just fascinating.
We'll get involved with Supercoach as well, folks. Good fun time, thanks to Choice Hotels. Got a new look this year, Supercoach. Take on Montrezl Harrell as well. How Montrezl would go as a coach.
Well, you get a lot of points for steals, so get John Brown in there ASAP.
Yeah.
Most steals by a player in their debut. Dylan Boucher with 8 in 2003. That's in a bit of trouble.
Great defender as well. Continuation obviously waved away there. Free throws to come. Sobey picks up the foul, so it's going to be his second personal.
Just very, very impressive display.
As a coach, you got a player like John Brown. You have to be excited. I mean, I heard he was a good defensive player, but I didn't know he was this good. He reads the offense. He gets his hands in there. He knows how to play the body, and then he causes other steals from other people. So
just look up his resume. Have a look at all the accomplishments he has. It's all on the defensive end. Defensive Player of the Year, stats leading, all defensive teams. He's just done it all over the world.
Here's Foxwell exploring. Brown, left-handed shot, high behind his head, couldn't finish it. Down out of bounds. Taipans are going to come up with possession here. 4 of 7 from the field in the first half, John Brown. 8 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals. Filling up the box score as Rain Smith elects to fire against Foxwell, who fouls him. 3 throws to come.
So that's their third foul now. Just being a little overzealous, but I tell you what, Coach, this is where Josh King, if every game is officiated this way, you'll be okay. But those games when you're just getting little ticky-tack fouls, even this quarter, you're starting to pile them up. Do you try and adapt to tell everybody to rein it back, or do you understand, you know what, no, this is our identity? Normally we talk about players and they try and flip the switch mid-game and then turn up the pressure if the referees get caught out. If you start the season this way, you get away with it a little bit more.
absolutely. And the referees know you're playing this way. They tend to let a couple of things go. And Cairns is not going to be this bad in the future. When you add a point guard, you know, you add the rest of their players, it'll be a lot different team. Much different team than me.
I don't like to just give an asterisk, but it really is. As I said, you need a point guard in this league to be successful, and again, especially against a relentless defensive pressure.
A good point guard, because most other teams have a very good point guard.
Adelaide?
Except Adelaide.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a lot.
Foxwell, Brown, Glover. They work that nice. We get Glover a wide open look, and he comes up with the finishing touches.
It looks too easy, doesn't it?
Double figures now for Glover. One of 4 Phoenix players.
First foul.
Double digits.
Good. Black 30, push. Bonus 2.
Foul on Foxwell, his second personal.
This was my question, Coach. So they already in the bonus. 5 fouls in the first 2.5 minutes. So Josh King, you don't want to say, hey, we've got to pull back a little bit because it's just going to be their identity. So just have to be a little smarter, keep the aggression, keep your hands out. Play through your chest.
Mr. Foxwell. He went down normally. There was no articulation. Hey, hang on. That's my assessment. I give him a word. You can't go in there either. That's all.
Nico Fernandez with the explanation there for Owen Foxwell.
Communicated, I thought.
It's a good job, Nico Fernandez, working this game with Ruben Woolcock and Alex McEwen. Sobey explores. Smith just lost his footing there from close range. Hand under the bucket. Georgia Gap now up to 8. His first score since quarter time. Marcus Lee picks up the dribble, rolls it down to Schofield against Glover. Puts it through from close range, comes up with the goods.
He uses that big body, too strong upper body to get to that basket.
Schofield into double digits as well. Glover in traffic. Just showed enough of it, in fact, too much of it. So Marcus Lee almost relieved him of it.
So I'm going to give a pass mark for a lot of things we've seen. Look at the Amy replay here from Sobey. So just too easy. Good awareness from Gak as well to keep his eyes on Sobes. As I said, I'm willing to give that pass on some things that haven't gone their way. Glover knocks down another, but defensively you can control this. And they haven't looked good defensively. A lot of breakdowns.
Can't run now, okay? You got to stay still.
3.5 late term, number 3. Margin at 28. Rain Smith with the ball carrying duties.
If you're Cairns, you got to be aggressive though. When you guys are in foul trouble, I'm going at him every single time.
Rain Smith, quick release three, comes up with a finish.
That's such a quick shot.
Is he like that? Is it like that?
Oh yeah, he's like that. Go look at some Louisville tape.
13 in the game now for Rain Smith. NBL debut. No one has more in the game. Sobey sizes up Higgins Stitch. A good screen from Brown. The pass back to Brown was telegraphed. Brown was good enough to retrieve it and knock down the shot. He's up to an even dozen. In fact, make it 14 now for Brown. They have got all the answers here at the moment. Taipans with their hands full as Rain Smith fires quickly again and knocks down another triple.
What am I saying?
This is what he can do. He can light it up and quickly. And Tassie, local. Says Charleston, then Louisville.
From outside, Gack decides to find his range from deep as well, and Adam Ford calls timeout. 5:27 left on the clock here in the third. And that is a big lead. 27 is the margin. Let's get courtside to Kelsey with a VIP guest.
A VIP guest. I'm here with Anthony Koutoufides, 278 games in the AFL. You're here though, I can see by your shirt, you're here for a very special cause. Can you talk us through it?
Yeah, all-inclusive life. We do innovative programs for people with disabilities, and Phoenix has just been amazing to us today. Being able to watch the warm-up, meet some of the players, guard of honour, play at half-time. They're just blown away by the experience they've had today.
That's amazing what you're doing. I also know that you were here on Thursday night watching the Euro powerhouses go together. What did you think of the PGT?
Oh, it was unreal to see the two European teams come together here and play off here in Melbourne. We love our sport here. It was a great game, and yeah, the Greek team, of course, won at the end of it.
We absolutely love what you're doing. I know you're a Phoenix fan. What are you thinking of this score?
This is unbelievable. This could be a special year for Phoenix, and to credit to them. I mean, they haven't been around for too long, and what they're doing is just really amazing tonight to watch.
Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone.
Great to have Cooter in the house and doing some excellent work off the court as well. What a player he was.
Oh, a unit.
Superstar.
So the Phoenix, their highest score last season was 116 against Tasmania. They might be in some danger here. Middle stages of the third. They're up to 76 at the moment. They put the clamps on the Taipans. Single digits on the shot clock here. Rain Smith needs help. Gets McVeigh involved. Red numbers on the shot clock. Must go up here from Statman right on the buzzer. He can't convert. But Higgins Titcher gets the O-board. They keep it alive. McVeigh, lob pass. Oh, defensive swat there from Korchok Kak.
He's got everybody playing defense out here.
He's knocked down the three and sizing them up with the blocks as well. Middle stages of the third. Maldonado lost the handle, retrieves it, needs help. Glover provides it. Shot clock to red numbers. Now Glover to an opening.
Nothing meant to do that, the red numbers, with Glover there. Casey as well done anyway. And as Glover knocks down another one. Spoke about where a lot of their points are going to come from this season. Expect Glover to be one of their leading offensive threats coming off the benches. Rain Smith finds a gap.
Wasn't far off. Maldonado grabs the loose ball. Picks up the dribble. Gack at close quarters. Now Glover. Oh boy, he's ready to go again. Takes Glover off the mark. As McVeigh gets it up quickly to Ford. A snap man for Higgins Titcher.
Great pass.
We'll see a couple of little snippets of what the identity will be from Cairns, but even Marcus Lee taking some deep breaths out there. He's not used to playing this many minutes, and especially continuously.
He's had to play big minutes, as you say.
It's going to be all year until Wardenberg gets back.
Here's Rain Smith. Was he fouled? He was. Maldonado was out there quickly. We've already seen, I think, Lewis, Foxwell, another picking up fouls as they try and shut down Rain Smith. The Higgins Titcher on the replay is nice as well.
Yeah, unbelievable 12 months for Higgins Titcher. Case, you've been around a lot longer than I have, but for a development player last year to find his way into the starting unit by the end of that year, to get invited to the Golden State Warriors mini camp, Summer League, go in there 3x3 World Cup, I can't recall someone having that kind of path in a short amount of time. It's unbelievable.
Spectacular, isn't it? And he's earned all that. And when he gets there, he looks like he belongs.
Yeah, the Warriors are very high on him. Speaking to people in Vegas, had an ankle injury, only got to play one game in Summer League. But when you're not a scorer, you're going to go out there and put up all those points. Everything else you do, being athletic, get out and transition defensively, that's what NBA eyes are now locking in on. And he's so young. He was a development player last year. And now finding his way on a Summer League roster, and he'll be back there next year.
Maldonado uses Mitchell. In turn, they work it to Foster. Star in the NBL 1 South, looking to make a name for himself at this level, and that's a nice finish as well.
Too easy. You go back and chart how many times a Phoenix player's got 2 feet that deep in the paint. It's nearly every second possession.
Barker exploring against Foster, hands over to Adnan. Big screen from Marcus Lee, and he was moving. Oh, he wants the review here. Adam Ford's thinking about it, and he's waved it away.
Well, don't bluff me like that. Come on.
Well, we've seen a couple of screens that Marcus Lee's got away with, and just based on that, I wouldn't be reviewing that one either.
Inside the last 3 minutes of the third. Maldonado against Adnan, works to the right-hand side. The lap of honour jumped out, and Marcus Lee has it. Adnan. Higgins-Titcher ahead of him. McVeigh in support as well. It's Jack who gets it. He fires. Thought he was fouled. Referee didn't see it that way. Malik Lewis with 3 fouls is pretty happy there was no whistle. He puts it on the deck against Lee, looking a little nervous. Takes him on. Lee was good at the defensive end and said, you'll need something better than that, Malik.
Really good one-on-one defense from Marcus Lee, but he is struggling. He needs a breather. Galloway's about to check in.
Jack McVeigh against Geordie Hunter, goes back for seconds and eventually gets the foul. So free throws to come here with the Phoenix over the limit.
The Taipans will bring in Andrew Andrews, who's a scoring point guard, very different to Ashton Hagens, who they originally had, which they're going to need. They're going to need that kind of playmaking, really put the ball in the basket. He's going to take off some of the pressure from this guy right here.
Just a reminder, there are limited tickets remaining for the NBA NBL Melbourne series. Do not miss your chance to catch the NBA action for the first time in Australian history from October 2 to 5. You get your tickets at Ticket Tech. It's going to be a whole lot of fun.
There's a lot of fan activations around it as well. Getting up close and personal. Zion Williamson. Fears as well. Draft pick. He's an excitement machine.
Maldonado, soft touch, comes up with a finish. 4 points in the game for him.
On those NBA games, Coach, you don't think that with the history being made, an NBA team coming down here, they're going to want to win that game. You do not want to be the first NBA team to come to the NBL and lose. You know what happened a couple of years ago with Adelaide and the Suns.
No question.
Well, Adnam's pass inside. Marcus Lee was wrestling with DJ Mitchell and drew a foul on Mitchell, so more free throws to come here.
-2. Good shot. 24.
Marcus Lee working hard. Last season averaged just 18 minutes a game. Melbourne United, he'll be up around that mark already with a quarter to go.
He would have exceeded that. So that's another one of my concerns. And it's just unfortunate for the Taipans. His free throw shootings look very good tonight. Wardenberg just going down. What a season he was set for. All league in Puerto Rico. With JaVale McGee, the Hawks new star signing, and then an ankle injury, very innocuous from what I'm told. Just not ideal at all. You're going to have to try and just weather the storm until he's back.
When you put a point guard on this team, it's a much different team anyway. I mean, keep these guys in their structure. You got shooters, you got athletic.
Hunter had a mismatch with Adnam. He was in a world of hurt. So a quick whistle. Have a couple of fouls to give here. So heads up play from Adnam.
Was that on purpose, you reckon, Case?
Without a doubt, second personal for him.
Just make sure I don't want any part of that. Take it out from out of bounds.
They still have another one to give before they get into the bonus. With 90 seconds left in this third term. Phoenix have been impressive. Take nothing away from them. Maldonado is warming to the occasion as well as he knocks down the triple.
That's just too easy.
So 28 is the spread. as Lee goes hard at the rim and is fouled.
Adams down here in the backcourt. He's a few words to say to the refs. Yeah, you're right, coach. Just too easy. And that's something they can control. He has no point guard. He's got a few things to say here. What do you say?
Go, go. Watch that shit. Watch that shit. Thank you, guys. You better go, cut.
I tell you what.
Thank you, guys. Hey, guys. Thank you, guys.
I tell you what, that is very unlike Kyle Adams.
You need to chill.
So I want to see if we can get a replay of that, because that is just not part of his character whatsoever.
One shot.
Talking to Malik Lewis, it looks like.
I thought it was Hunter.
Was it Hunter? Yeah, it might have been Jordy Hunter. Out of character for sure. He is not happy at all. I tell you what, if Schofield jumps in to protect you, I'll be jumping straight out of that.
Of course you will, Pete. Of course you will.
Schofield says sit down, I will sit down.
Oh my goodness me.
But that's just...
And then we got two.
You just don't often see Kyle Adams fire up like that. It didn't look like...
Guys, line up.
Hopefully you get a replay of it in the backcourt. Maybe it was just a... Was it a terror screen? It could have been a terror screen.
Hard to complain when your guy at the free throw line setting terror screens on the other end. You know what I mean? So
here we go. Oh, he's saying the knee from Jordy Hunter. Got him on his knee. Jordy Hunter. He did it.
He didn't move, did he?
He's just a big body, had his knees out wide. Even Jordy Hunter's limping a little bit, knee on knee action. Bit of frustration from this game as well that would have boiled into that. Of course.
Mitchell against Statman, exploring, back to the right-hand side, tough shot, can't get it done. Good defensive pressure from Statman, but Phoenix keep it alive. Malik Lewis, top of the key. He can't connect either. Just 2 points in the game now for Malik Lewis. Schofield from well deep on the floor. He's off the marker as well. A little over 30 seconds out from three-quarter time. Margin at 27. Started this quarter with the Phoenix on top by 24. Hunter prefers. Mitchell steps back over Galloway. That's off the mark as well. And kept alive by Malik Lewis. Did it nicely. Now Mitchell. Awkward pass. He made it work. And then Marcus Lee knocked down the shot. The foul's being called on Schofield. His third personal. So both teams over the limit here in this quarter. DJ Mitchell goes to the free throw line.
Stop.
Most recently played with Brisbane, DJ Mitchell. Put together some nice numbers as well. Played 15 games, started 5 of them in 2024. Shot the ball extremely well from deep at 43%. He's got some skills, and certainly his dad Mike had some skills as well. Absolutely. In his 7-year career, All NBL 1991, his best ever was 46 points and 19 boards.
Who was that against? You know?
That was against you, Coach.
Come on, Case. Come on.
What have you done to Case in the off-season, man?
Killing me. I know.
Sorry, man. You weren't paid to play deep.
Oh, my goodness. No wonder it dropped 46 on me, though. Let me tell you.
Oh!
There we
Throws
go.
it down on the Phoenix with an exclamation point at the end of the third quarter here. The Phoenix have been dominating, but Statman gets the Taipans fans something to get excited about with a quarter to play. It's the Phoenix 88, Cairns 61 here in the Hungry Jacks NBL rookie round to start round 1, and Cody Statman starts in style.
Nice.
27-point lead for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix in their season opener at home. Welcome back to the Hungry Jacks NBL. It's rookie round here in round one. Adam Ford and his Snakes looking to save some face in this final 10 minutes. Prior to the game, I spoke to Josh King, head coach of the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, about where he sees his side in NBL 26. He said, we just want to do some good work early in the season to set us up later on, and hopefully we can get some early wins. I want to know from you two experts in the commentary team, does this change your opinion, this emphatic win from the Phoenix?
For me, it does. Let me tell you something. If John Brown continues to play the way he's playing, 6 for 11 from the field, 4 assists, 6 steals, and he has everyone else playing defense. Sobey's been great with 8 assists. These guys are playing together as a team, and they look good. If they continue to play like this, a lot of teams are in trouble.
I'm not worried about them at all defensively. I think they'll be competitive in nearly every game because they'll hold it down on that end. It's the teams that can break the press and then slow it down and execute on the offensive end with a bit more structure, but I still need to see how the Phoenix react from that. How do they tick the scoreboard over themselves?
Josh King's going to challenge this call here. Glover was twirling the finger as soon as he hit the deck. I'm not sure he had position. The contact may have been instigated, though, by Jack McVeigh. So, the first challenge of the season.
I just love the way he goes about it, Josh King.
Took time to think about it. What's your call here?
Oh, I think he's still sliding. Having a look at it here, did he... McVeigh.
Yeah.
McVeigh definitely pushed off. You can see that's probably why Josh King's looking at it. The left elbow. Have a watch of that right there, extending. Anytime you extend, it's going to be tough, but he didn't quite have position.
Yeah, he's still moving. Yeah.
But that's Josh King for you, that he will reward defense. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. He wanted to see. I'm sure there's something they do to have a tally of how many charges guys get.
Well, good news for Josh King.
We're calling the game completely different.
Like this.
It's a different game.
I'm not denying the second half. Okay, got it. Different.
It's crazy, man.
So the last quarter, we had a lot of fouls against.
Yeah. But Sobey didn't get fouled in the basket, none. But Sobey didn't get fouled. Okay. I know, but listen.
I understand. You're upset because there's a lot of foul shots going against you guys. I understand.
Go ahead. Yeah. I'm just saying, Ruben, like it's got to be some consistency.
He's up 29.
Sobey got
He's up
fouled.
28, and he's going off.
And there's
I love it, though. I love it.
They're 14 of 16 from the stripe, and Cairns have only taken 21.
Foxwell is ambitious there with a pass to Gurjot Gak. Here's Adnam. He's a little upset with proceedings. This is McVeigh once more against Glover, and McVeigh adds to the tally. So he's up to 16 points. Lane Smith with 19, leading Cairns at the moment. John Brown with 14 is the high scorer for the Phoenix. No, Owen Foxwell now into double digits as well. Minute played in the final term here. Adnam takes them on. Off the mark, Glover the rebound. Sobey feeds Glover. Statman trying to go with him. Active hands there, just deflects the ball away, and they'll need to reset the Phoenix. Shot clock to 10 for Sobey. Didn't score in the third period, but had 6 assists as his term provider. Now with 13 points, 8 assists in the game. And Adam Ford wants timeout here. Going to call timeout. 8:27 to play, and it's the Phoenix on top, 93-64. back to John Cain Arena. Josh King in the huddle with his team, and so was Kelsey Brown during that timeout.
Yeah, Josh King wasn't happy with the first minute and a half of this fourth quarter. He thinks they got sloppy on the offensive end. But the Snakes fans won't want to hear this. He said, this is practice for us now, guys. This is what we need to do, get through our plays and utilize it like a practice run.
Close range. We've got Schofield jumps upstairs to throw down the dunk. He's got an even dozen.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of positives to take out of this for Cairns, but this second half has been much better. They've looked after the ball. I think the Phoenix might only have 1 or 2 steals in this second half so far. And the scoreboard hasn't blown out to even worse than it could have been. This might be 50 points if the first half continued over. So they found a way to stop the bleeding. And we're never going to win this game after that massive first half hole they dug themselves in.
Well, they had 15 turnovers at half-time, the Taipans, just 2 there in the third. They were able to clean up a bit and certainly make some more shots. The Taipans next Friday, they host Brisbane. And then on the Sunday next week, they're at Sydney. So,
well, that's going to be a tough one. But the Brisbane game will be fun because just what we saw a little bit from Brisbane last night.
Yeah. Brisbane don't play defense like this, but
I didn't see a whole lot of defense at all there, so I want to see more.
What do you say? What do you say?
I think Cairns will enjoy that match a bit more than this one. There's a bit of, still a few questions after that first game defensively.
McVeigh, long 3, can't get it to go. Sobey grabs the rebound and he's off and running as well. Support from John Brown goes back to Sobey. He fires. Never cooked it. Glover kept it alive, worked it to Gorjok Gak. And now Brown baseline elevates. It won't work. Sobey keeps it alive, but Adnam comes up with the loose ball. Now, no teammates ahead of him. He uses Rain Smith, who had 13 of his 19 in that third quarter, an impressive shooting display. And good hustle again from Brown as he deflects the ball out of court.
You haven't watched this game and you check the app, you see the box score and 95 currently. They'll probably finish around 115. You think, wow, this has been an impressive offensive display, but it's been all on the back of their defensive pressure.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
It's almost 3 minutes played here, term number 4. Adnam Reed starts, finds Lee, working on a double-double. Marcus Lee, got 8 points, 10 boards at the moment. Brown hands over, Foxwell. And now Sobey, as they combine. Glover, they've got so many threats outside. Glover's the lap of honour, wouldn't work. But 10 of 24 from deep at 42% coming into this last quarter is a good clip for them. Particularly when they started so slowly from deep, as Marcus Lee comes up with that double-double and flushes the dunk. So the margin is 27. Phoenix, their biggest ever win against Cairns is 29. Glover takes them on, shakes the D, and off glass adds another 2. So he's got 18.
That's just way too easy. You can start the play at the top of the 3 and drive all the way to the basket.
Adnam off the mark, Hunter the rebound. Foxwell was running. No one was with him, so slowed it down initially and now puts on the Jets. Feeds Hunter. In turn, Sobey. Shot clock to 10. Sobey ran into trouble there. Brown cleans it up, goes to Foxwell. He's deep with the 3, and Rain Smith scurries after the rebound. And a good debut from Rain Smith, 5th board of the game. Knocked down 4 threes coming into this last quarter as Schofield fires off the mark. Well done, McVeigh. Body work from Brown was good, but the base still stayed in the play. So Foster, Lewis and Maldonado about to check in for the Phoenix. Middle stages of this fourth. Whistle on the play. Kyle Adnam is going to pick up the foul. Going to be his 4th personal.
5 on, 5 off.
Indeed it is, and we're going to see Pat Ryan for the first time. Makes his NBL debut. Keilor Thunder in the NBL 1 South. It's Maldonado. Hands over. This is Foster. Back to Maldonado. 4 on the shot clock. Needs to get busy. Fires over Lee. Can't convert, and Marcus Lee grabs another board. He leads the rebound count with 11. Gets it back from McVeigh. He wanted to post up Foster. They couldn't find him down low, but they found him on the perimeter, and now he penetrates, takes some contact, tough shot, wouldn't work. The cleanup from Lee. He couldn't get it to go either. Good hustle from the Phoenix, staying with it there. Mitchell, corner for Maldonado, fired quickly. Stappen puts a stop to it. So inside the last 5 minutes. Just 9 points from the Phoenix in this quarter so far as Ryan Smith picks up another. Higgins-Tinchuk gets after it against Malik Lewis, who wins that battle.
Good to see these young boys still hustling. Being down by 30 points or 29 points.
Foster, Mitchell, pocket pass, Maldonado, 10 on the shot clock. Down low, Mitchell with a height advantage on Ryan Smith, but the first, Maldonado pulls off the triple. He's got 10 in the game.
Hasn't had to do a heap. Maldonado is going to be very important with their size.
Ryan Smith, hard, block warning on Daniel Foster as well. Just hit the deck a little too easy.
Josh King wants them to continue to push.
We saw during the European game here on Thursday night where a player was tech fouled without a warning. He flopped, he was tech fouled, and you know what I thought? Let's try it.
Yeah, just get
no
straight
warning.
away.
That's it. If that's a flop, that's a tech. That might work.
I think it would work, especially if you're certain there wasn't a flop and you think it's a charge, you can still challenge that. You can't challenge the flop, but if you think it's a charge, an offensive foul, Maldonado.
Not beyond Higgins-Tinchuk. Foster with a clumsy foul. It's an unsportsmanlike foul from Lee, according to referee Ruben Woolcock.
Yeah, that's right call.
Did you see that crossover?
So here the referee saying professional foul, unsportsmanlike foul, right there. Just, he knew what he was doing, Marcus Lee.
Time out, Cairns.
Cairns Taipans have called timeout here. 3:34 left on the clock. Smith went to the bench at 19 points, hasn't scored in this final quarter. The junk time now. But the Phoenix have reached a century. They lead by 32. Their biggest win and highest ever score against the Taipans is looking like it's coming their way. A reminder, after this game, Perth against Tassie. I guarantee you that's going to be closer than this. And here on Sunday, Melbourne United hosting the New Zealand Breakers. And also on Sunday, the Sydney Kings host Partisan from 4:30. And then the Adelaide 36ers against Panathinaikos from 7 p.m. Bryce Cotton head-to-head against Kendrick Nunn, the EuroLeague MVP.
Nice.
How good did he look?
Outstanding.
Speaking of the Tassie game, what did you like about them in that first game?
I think it's going to be a lot of growing pains for Tassie. You've got 4 new faces in your starting unit. So Magnay is the only really returning piece. So you've got to figure it all out. And see a little bit more from Tiger Campbell. I know that wasn't their first pick of their starting point guard. It was supposed to be Sean McDonald. But I love Bryce Hamilton, I love Johnson, Bannon and Magnay. They've got the pieces there. Their depth will be tested at times, but you know Tassie, and when you replace 4 starters, it's going to take time to gel.
Well, up against Melbourne United, who are being selected by a lot of people to be a championship contender, there was never more than 7 points in the game. We mentioned the lead changes that they had as well, and had Milton Doyle not made a couple of big shots, then Tassie are right in it.
Right. It seems like, though, Dane Bickman's been in this business for so long that he knows how to get the best out of his players, regardless of any big names or whatever. Whoever he has is going to play hard.
Super coach, no doubt about it.
Also Finn Delaney, expecting a big season out of him under Dean Bickerman. Oh, great. Never seen. There's Lloyd McVeigh. 2 McVeighs on the floor for Cairns.
Shot clock, a single digit.
Oh!
Maldonado took them on, and he drew a foul. He took on Lloyd McVeigh.
Wow.
Fouls on Statman for a block. Oh, I'm not sure. But Statman comes across. Let's have a look. Oh, no. For a blocking foul as well.
Whoa.
Come on now. Now, it used to be that with the challenge system before they changed it, where if it was called a block and it was a hands foul, you could challenge what the actual call was. Right. They scrapped that and just said you only can challenge the foul as a whole. That looked clean from Statman. That's all we want to see, but Maldonado showing something.
So Maldonado up to 11 in the game, make that 12. One of 7 Phoenix players in double figures. Taipans have 4. Statman to McVeigh, and off glass, Jack adds 2, so he's up to 18. Only Rain Smith with 19 has more in the game.
70 points on the board, 3 minutes to go. It might not win you a lot of games, but you should be in with a lot of games. 70 is not a terrible score. You think about how poorly they started. 15 points in the first quarter. They've been much better in the second half. They're screaming out for Andrews to get here.
Statman, tough shot, worried out of it. Malik Lewis grabs the board. Maldonado, Mitchell to his right. Now wanting to post up. Barker down low. DJ Mitchell, single coverage, likes his chances, muscles his way in from close range, couldn't get it done. McVeigh brings the Taipans back up the floor in traffic. He's bumped. So, second team foul on the Phoenix in this term.
You speak about Phoenix, 7 guys in double figures, and a lot of that comes from defense. Yes, they've been great on the offensive end, but the majority of those points come from the defensive end.
It's Lloyd McVeigh. Some good things with South Adelaide and NBL1 Central last season, and that was a nice finish. McVeigh onto the score sheet.
It'll be a cool moment to be on the floor together. McVeigh family.
Actually sharing a house in Cairns at the moment as well. Jack's got his first baby arriving in December.
Oh, I would bloody hope they are. I would hope that Jack has opened up the house.
I know.
Hey, you can take one of my 8 rooms up in Cairns.
Give him his own wing.
He can have his own house, probably.
So Taipans over the limit in terms of fouls in this last quarter. Free throws to come here for Maldonado.
Check the real estate in Cairns, but some nice places up there.
Let me tell you something, bro. When you sign that check for $1 million, I don't care what they got up there for. You can get whatever you want.
What? Your 6th year, you got that?
Oh, Pete, I forgot how funny you were. This is amazing.
Deservingly so. If you add inflation, Copes, and you would.
Yeah, okay.
That's what greatness is.
So Maldonado up to 16. He averaged 10 points a game playing for Ludwigsburg in Germany before coming to the NBL. But inside the last 2 minutes of this game, 36 to margin. A record-breaking night here for the Phoenix. As the Taipans cough it up again. Loose with the ball. Mitchell. His 3 ball is all the bottom of the net.
Well, 39 points. They're just piling it on. They're relentless. Josh King just starting up. I was about to say he's calmed down, but then he gets in a stance. And they force another turnover. Here's the Amy replay. Maldonado just pushing, and that's what I talk about. The disappointment for the Cairns. Yep, they're going to be without their point guard in this game, but defensively, they could have been a whole lot better. You can control that.
Well done, Statman. Just deflected the ball away from Maldonado there. Loose ball came to Bigger, and he couldn't finish it off. Statman gets it back from Kyron Galloway. A little over a minute out from the final here. John Cain Arena. Statman takes on the rookie, Ellis Bigger, and earns it way to the free throw line.
I think Cairns was shell-shocked early. The amount of turnovers, the amount of defensive pressure up and in, they couldn't get into their structure and just lost a lot of confidence.
No doubt. And they shouldn't have been. If you watched any of the preseasons in the Phoenix, this is what they do. This is what they did last year under Josh King. They're just relentless. They've got the bodies to do it too. Brown, Malik Lewis getting up and in, full court pressure. Think about they can still add probably a more scoring threat on the wing as well.
But what that does is, defensively, it takes a lot of pressure off guys like Sobey, who doesn't have to come out and get 30 points. You know, easy layups.
He hasn't scored in the second half, Nathan Sobey, after setting the platform for them and then turning provider in the third. 13 points for him all at half-time. Kyron Galloway grabs the rebound. Higgins-Titcher feeds it to Barker. He's got Lloyd McVeigh up the floor. That's a damning foul. Mitchell getting value for money for that foul. Fourth personal on Mitchell. Points count. Lloyd McVeigh played through the contact. He averaged 17.7 boards for South Adelaide in the NBL1 Central. 37 threes at 36%. So he's got some tools and some credentials, Lloyd McVeigh. 21-year-old. 8 years younger than Jack. Maldonado brings it up the floor. Here's Mitchell. Got away from Higgins-Titcher to the foul line. Now needs help. Puts it on the deck here. Ryan goes with the left hand off the mark. Loose ball. Lloyd McVay's got it again. Barker. He decides to fire. Can't connect. Mitchell upstairs grabs the rebound. Brings it up the floor. As we head toward the final here, the fans get excited. They're on their feet here at John Cain Arena.
Good point matters.
They're all fired up at the fire pit because this has been a terrific season opener in the corner. They finish with the rookie. Pat Ryan puts a lid on 3 more. Statman on the buzzer, not far off the mark, but all honours are with the Phoenix. They have scored the highest ever score against Cairns, and they've come up with their biggest ever win as well. In the final, it's the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix 114, Cairns 77.
We didn't expect this. We didn't expect this. I thought it would be tough for the Taipans with the news of Wardenberg going down and Andrew Andrews not here yet, their starting point guard. But that was critical in the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Defensively, that's a masterclass. They set the tone from the opening tip, and they were unbelievably relentless.
Absolutely. They took the confidence from these guys straight up the first quarter. In particular, John Brown, the third, was just amazing the way he got up and in and deflected the ball and got steals and got easy layups for everyone, and that's what got them going.
Really set the tone early, didn't he, John Brown? He was outstanding and infectious, and all his teammates decided they were going to put the clamps on as well. They restricted Cairns to just 15 points in the opening quarter and 35 at half-time. 114 for the Phoenix. It's a good result for them. And you consider last season their highest score was 116. So that's a good opening for the Phoenix, who now prepare for a Thursday night match here against Melbourne United.
As long as they bring the defensive pressure, they're going to be in with a chance to win every game. Offensively, they'll continue to grow, but what a statement to make in the opening game.
Absolutely.
Foot Locker player of the game, John Brown, standing by at the moment. Let's get some reaction courtside with Kelsey Brown.
Yeah, no surprises who our Foot Locker player of the match is. John Brown, welcome to the NBL. Did you know that you only one steal off the record for Southeast Melbourne Phoenix? We think you're going to get it at some point this season. How are you feeling? How are you feeling in the game today?
I'm good. You know, this is what we work for. You know, we work hard enough in the practices. I think the practices are harder than the actual games because we get after each other, and that's what we try to simulate in the game.
How's your experience in front of the Phoenix fans? Your first time in the fire pit. What did you think of the stadium?
No, the stadium's fine. The fans are great. You know, we probably not full capacity right now, but I'm pretty sure it's going to get wild, and we just need to do our job to bring them out.
I want to ask about your captain, Nathan Sobey, led from the front today. What do you like about playing with Sobey? What does he bring to the lineup?
Oh, smart. You know, that's my other OG. You know, he makes me feel young. You know, the way he moves and takes care of himself. But yeah, I'm always comfortable when he's out there.
A really, really emphatic win by you guys. 114 points. It's a huge win. But is there any improvement you think that Josh King would have to say?
He gonna always say we can improve. You know, if nobody missed a shot, he'll say we still have stuff to improve on. So that's a way to keep us level-headed and not, you know, get too far ahead of ourselves.
And lastly, you've come to Melbourne. It's known for its coffee. Do you drink coffee? Do you have your favourite spot so far?
No, I don't have a favorite spot, but I'm not a coffee connoisseur either. But you know, I get my fair share of coffee every now and then.
Well, you've won a $250 Foot Locker voucher. You've got shoes to go and buy. Congratulations on a great first game.
Oh, thank you so much.
Terrific addition to the Hungry Jacks NBL, John Brown. And he's a winner wherever he's been. Last 9 years, he's been in the playoffs 8 times, spent time in France and Italy and Russia, most recently in Serbia. But he makes things happen, and we saw evidence of that tonight, particularly when he set the tone.
You know what that means, Coach? That means the defense, it translates. Every team he's on, he sets the tone. And as you said, Case, throughout the call, it's contagious. You see one of the elite defensive presences doing this. Everyone else comes along for the ride. Yes, you've got Josh King. They're a match made in heaven. And they showed that throughout the entire 40 minutes.
Special. He's special. He's a different cat because in today's game, it's all about the three-point shot and scoring the basket. But when you got a guy that's tenacious like that on the defensive end and brings the guys with him, he's going to make this team much, much better.
7 players in double digits for the Phoenix. It couldn't have been much better start for them. It was just, they set the tone early, led by 8 at quarter time. Let's get some more reaction courtside. Kelsey's got one of their stars.
Probably someone we didn't speak about too much in commentary. There was so much happening on the defensive end. You've had 18 points to your name, Angus. How did you find that win, and how does it rate compared to last season?
Yeah, a lot nicer start compared to last year, that's for sure. But yeah, the defensive end is where we set the tone on for the game for us. And yeah, JB, Foxy, honestly, I can go down the line with everyone defensively. Everyone was really, really good that end, rebounding, and that lets us to play with complete freedom down the offensive end.
I want to ask about the conditioning it takes to play defense like that. What do the practices look like? Does Josh have you running suicides? I don't know what the conditioning looks like, but it looks like it's hard.
Yeah, it's tiring. Yeah, a lot of up and down, we play 94 feet even at practice, so we try and practice the way we want to play, and yeah, a lot of conditioning, but yeah, I think it pays off.
We saw some of the blueprint, I think, of what we're going to see from Phoenix across this season. Is there anything else you think you've got in your back pocket that we didn't see tonight?
Yeah, I mean, first game, so I'm sure there's a fair bit in the back pocket too. Yeah, but most teams are going to get better throughout the year. I mean, it's a great win, but not satisfied. Obviously, it's one game. It's still 32 games, I think, to go. So, yeah, a long time to go in the season, but we say it every year. It's a long time, but it goes quick, so it's almost like a sprint.
Well, you've put the league on notice, I think, with that win. Congratulations on that one. Go and enjoy it.
No worries. Thank you.
Angus Glover did his part tonight, found openings and knocked down shots, as he usually does.
Team leader of 18 points. Jeez, he did that very quietly too. I think because we were also focused on the defensive end, that Angus Glover ends up leading their team. When you put up 114 as a unit and your leading scorer only has 18 points, that says a lot about you as a unit.
Absolutely, and that's off the bench. Generally, when a guy can score like that off the bench, you want to get him in their starting lineup. But if you're playing defense like they've been playing, then why mess up the lineup? I mean, you got that punch off the bench that you know can knock down threes.
A very, very impressive display. Nathan Sobey had 13 points at halftime and then turned provider, finished with 8 assists as well. He's standing by with Kelsey.
Yeah, I'm here with Nathan Sobey again. He said, do I have to do this again? But we want to talk to you after such an impressive win from your team. I want to ask about the roster, though. It's very deep this year. We saw massive rotations from Josh King. What do you think the roster looks like and the depth of it?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what Josh was trying to do in the offseason, bring a bunch of guys together that we can just continue to put our foot on the floor. And one guy goes out, another guy comes in mentality. I think we showed that tonight.
What I love about Phoenix is its Aussie core. You guys have the 4 that are Australian. We absolutely love that. A lot of teams have gone with an import trio and stuff like that. How do you find this Aussie core coming together? You've had 2 seasons now.
Yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost, Josh does a great group. The coaches do a great job with those guys and getting them ready and stuff. I think Foxy's made a tremendous leap over the last few years. Glover continued to show what he does and shoots the ball. And yeah, Geordie's been huge for us as well. And I think there's a few more in the group that will start to see the same thing down the course of the next couple of years.
Lastly, I want to ask, a lot of people didn't have you in their top 4 for the early predictions. Does that fuel any fire?
It's no different.
I love it. Thanks, Sobes.
Oh, Nathan Sobey, always an entertainer. And again, he was top 10 in the league in assists and steals last year, averaged 17 points a game, just outside the top 10 in scoring. He brings so much to the table.
He does. You know, and last year he got a bit of flack about the way he played, but it just seems like he's more comfortable now. Again, guys playing defense, he's getting easy baskets, he's taking the ball to the hole, but to have 8 assists to get other guys involved means he's feeling a part of this program.
A record-breaking night here for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Their biggest win over the Cairns Taipans and highest score. Kelsey, Pete Hawley, Leonard Copeland back to wrap it up. Right after this, you're watching the Hungry Jacks rookie round as we get underway in 2026.